Greetings everyone. Today I have a brand new Autoblow and I'm going to make some modifications to it. I'm going to try to do it in a much simpler way and we'll see how good this works. Now I've already got this thing apart a bit. Already taken off the foam pieces, taking the screws out. And I think it was just my original one that you had to take the top off. It would catch on the things in here, but this one seems to slide in and out no problem. So we're just going to take off the bottom. Now, it comes out. Alrighty, now, I'm going to try to take these off. I'm going to leave the springs on these. And bend this one a little. I just don't feel like there's enough beads on these. It's just too much free space. That's why we're not getting a tight enough grip. Whew, chilly out here this morning. Okay, so, I'm going to take off these little white tabs right here. And take the end of each row off. Hopefully I can do this without causing any damage. Must be how they put it together, right? Alright, look at that, came right off. There it is, all right tab. We'll save that, we'll put it back on. Now, oh, looks like we're going to do all three at the same time. Since this one's kind of in the way. Pull that other one out. Not exactly sure what I'm going to do with the bead configuration just yet, but we'll see in a minute here. And let's take the cup off. I guess I should be working at the factory, huh? And there'd only be one Autoblow. Okay, we're going to try a different way on this one. Try a flathead screwdriver. Yeah, that's an idea. Let's try grabbing the top metal piece. Go to the bottom. There it goes. That was really in there. Okay, I'm going to work on the bead configuration here, and then I'll get back up on here. It appears that these pieces of metal are just not that strong. Bend this straight to put on more beads or take beads off, and they snap right here. So I had to reconfigure this top one, but it went fine. I'm going to try and heat this one up. See if that helps. Now if I use the solid one without these springs, which I have a feeling might be the next step for me. Oh, it broke. Yep, it was very weak right there. Oh, that was broke. There it is. There it is, see? That's what happened to the last one, so that's okay. I just can't put as many beads on, it'll be a little shorter, so. And I gotta reconfigure it a little bit, which would be a lot easier if I could just bend it and bend it back. Just shows a heavier gauge wire would be nice. I'm not sure how long that would last before it broke all by itself. And then the trick is to get it nice and straight so it'll fit back in the hole. But let's get our beads done first. So, I'm making it a little bit tighter than I did before. my last model, because I still got this spring in here and that thing stretches like crazy, so I'm going to go a little tighter. I'm using this flashlight as a guide. I'd like to have one more bead on that top row, but I would just straighten them out a little bit, the 2 bars. I really like the solid bar, but I'll try this first. I think I'll be happy with this. Quite an amazing difference. Let's do this now. Nice and straight. I'll take off one end so I don't have to worry about the other end breaking. On the top row, I left 2 blue out. I wish I had put one more in. That's okay. Not bending it, that's for sure. Replace the bar. Okay. Not the beads. Not the beads. That's right. That's why it needs to be straight so we fit through this hole. Nice and tight, that's good. Ooh. That's a pretty tight row there. I don't know how to stretch with that. So we'll go with that. I think that will be fine. I'd rather have it a little tight than a little loose, right? Alright, so I'm ready to put the cap on that one. Ready. Keep this go on as well as they came off. Well, just with them not being straight, these ought to go on nice and tight. Oh yeah. I need to put that on. There we go. Tight. Not very solid. It's awful small. We'll just stretch that spring out a little bit if we need a little extra room. So we got beads in the back on the side. These are up in the front. Where am I going to put the middle ones? Let's see. I think I might just put one in the front on the spring. So let's put on a bunch of blue beads. Kind of like being back in the Boy Scouts making a necklace at camp. Maybe a little different. The big one though. It's on the spring because it's got a bigger hole. Yeah, it's not in the center. Let's see. I'm going to do this right. Okay, I'm going to finish this up and then I will kick this back on. Alright, well, there you go. Little white caps right back where they're supposed to be. Right here. Here. And here. Now, do they look the same as the original ones? Pretty close. About the right length too. So I've got beads front on each side, one in the front, in the middle, and then two in the back side. Now I'm going to do some adjusting with these bars, because this one I want to push on the side, and this one I want to push on the front. Oh, sorry. This one I want to push on the sides. This one I want to push on the front, and possibly the back a little. And this one, again, on the sides, kind of. So I'm going to make some adjustments to that. And I'm going to try to get the bend back in here, because this side has this bend like that, see? And the side I just had to redo does not yet. I'm going to try to match those up a little bit. And then we'll be right back. Alright, well here's the final configuration. I was able to get these bends in it. Not quite as much as the other side, but I kind of don't want to get them quite that far over. Seems to make them tighter if they're not bent so much. So, if anything, I might straighten those ones. Anyway, here we go. Pretty. It's like bedazzled. Now, how are we doing on touching? Now, normally, without the springs on them, you would want a gap in between for the sleeve, or it'll be way too tight, which, in this case, it would be too tight. But with the springs, it's going to stretch, so it's going to be a whole new experience for me. As you can see, these beads here, these ones here, they're touching pretty good, both sides. Gap in the middle, I'll have to bend that just a little more there. Oh, there we go. Oh, sorry, let me add that piece here. Makes a difference. This keeps the beads back off of the back part. It's a lot straighter. There. Oh yeah. And that's what I'm talking about. You can see these ones here are touching. That one is touching really good. There's a little bit of a gap in the front, see, right there. That'll make the pressure equal, so you're not going to be pushing harder on the motor, because these beads won't be rubbing at all. Or very little anyway. I'm sure they'll be touching. The middle row, one bead in the front, touching right there. All the way around to the back, touching pretty nicely. Just a slight gap everywhere else. I think that's just going to be perfect. And again with the top row there's a little bit of extra room there, but again that's the base, so you know it's going to be a little larger there anyway. So slightly larger gap. These aren't quite touching, but if I'm not super excited about it, I'll make some adjustments and we'll make that tighter there. Yeah, I didn't break anything except them little wimpy metal bars. Alright, so let me put it back together. Oh yeah, I had one more adjustment, didn't I? Maybe not. Put the motor in there. Plugging this in that time. Never have enough outlets. Ooh. The flashlight seems to be enjoying it. Sweet. Looking good. Let's go off a little bit. The construction. Oh, I should check those screws too. I had a loose one last time, and there's two holes right here. It was loose. It was slightly loose. That was okay. Good. Alright. Slide it underneath those two. Yeah. Okay, good. Alright, the other one didn't do it. There was a piece of plastic in the way inside. Just back in. Oh, I got a pile of beads left over. I'll probably do them with just all blue beads. A whole lot of them. Been killing girlfriends left and right, you know. Looking for that right one. There she is. Okay. Time for some further testing. And then we can finish this review. Didn't have to take the sticker off this time. Okay, so I just wanted to let you know how it went. The Autoblow was too tight. It didn't want to go. So I opened it back up, released some springs a little bit, put it back together, worked perfectly. If you do go this route, and if you get it too loose, you can tighten those springs back up. Tie them together, squeeze them together. So it's kind of adjustable with the springs being there. So anyway, I had this on video, but I don't know, I didn't push the button hard enough. So enjoy.